Good morning, children. We are learning the third lesson, elements, compounds, and mixtures. Today we will continue. The next part, which we are going to see, is there in page number 49, that is crystallization. What is crystallization? It is a process. In this process, we will separate pure solid in the form of crystals from its hard and concentrated solution by cooling. Is called crystallization. In this process, the maximum amount of impure solid is dissolved in a hard solution, and the solution so formed is filtered and removed. All the impurities or insoluble impurities will be removed, and it is cooled to get the crystals of pure solid. In this method, we purify the salt which we have taken by the process of evaporation from the sea water. That salt may contain some of the impurities. So that can be purified in this method, that is called crystallization. And some other substances also can be purified or taken the pure form of, that is alum and copper sulfate. And these are the substances can be separated in a pure solid. Now, the next method is called centrifugation. Centrifugation means the process of separating suspended particles of substances in a liquid by rotating it rapidly is called centrifugation. We must have seen that how they take the fresh cream from the milk. You must have seen the dairy. They rotate the fresh milk and in a speed manner, and they separate the cream, the fresh cream from the milk, cow milk or buffalo's milk. How do they do it? What is the process it is called? It is called centrifugation. In this method, the liquid containing fine suspended particles, the particles which are milk is a mixture, and the fat substances in the milk in the suspended form, that means in a suspended particles. So here they have given that example, milk is rotated at a high speed in a closed container. As a result, lighter suspended particles such as cream from milk collect in the center and float at the top, as so they separate it. Cream is separated from milk by the method. This method can also be used to separate clay particles suspended in water. And now centrifugation is done by using a machine called centrifuge and centrifugal machine. And this method is very commonly used in dairies. I already said that, separating cream from milk, churning of curd to separate butter from buttermilk. Now, this is a common method you must have seen in many of the dairy shop where they sell this fresh cream. Now, the next method is, the activity is given 3.8, to separate clay from its mixture with water. Take 2 test tubes and put some mixture of clay and water in them. That means make a mixture of clay and water. Place these test tubes in a hand-driven centrifugal machine and rotate at a high speed. So you can use a centrifugal machine, and you will observe that the clay settles at the bottom and the liquid you can separate it, clear water. Now, separation of immiscible liquids. So first we have learned that miscible and the substance which cannot like a crystallization and evaporation, that is insoluble particles we have removed. Now here immiscible liquids. So that means there are 2 liquids are there. Immiscible liquids do not mix. So liquids are there, 2 liquids, but they do not mix with each other and form separate layers. And the components of an immiscible liquid can be separated with the help of separating funnel only. Like they are mixed, but they cannot mixed up uniformly. Like if you take a glass of water and pour 2 spoons of oil in it, oil will float. Though they both are liquid, but they do not mix each other with each other. They will have a separate layer, two different layers. In such cases, you can use this method that is called separating funnel. And when there are two different layers only, you can. So heavier liquid will be at the bottom, and the lighter liquid will be floating on the upper layer. Lower and upper layer, two layer will be there. So you can use a separating funnel. The heavier liquid can be separated with the help of tap in the funnel, and you can use it stopcock of the separating funnel, and lighter liquid will remain in the funnel. So such a way you can separate it. So kerosene and water, petrol and water can be separated in this method. It's given in page number 50, and the diagram you should understand that funnel contain a stopcock, and you will allow the liquids to settle, and the lighter will make a upper layer, and the heavier will be there in the lower layer, and slowly you will open the stopcock and collect the layer which is below, that is water, and when it comes close you can stop it, and then without disturbing it you can open it. Like that you can slowly separate the water from kerosene. Now, to separate components of a mixture of petrol and water, take equal quantities of petrol and water and separate their mixture by using a separating funnel. So that same manner you can use it. Now, upper layer, you will find that petrol forms the upper layer and water forms the lower layer. It is because water is heavier than petrol. Now, the next method is separation of miscible liquids. Immiscible and miscible. Miscible means which will mix completely. You cannot see the separate layer. So such substances can be separated by distillation or fractional distillation. So distillation is if there are two liquids and have two different evaporating or boiling point and vaporizing point, and there you can separate it. And you are having more than two, you can use the fractional distillation. Distillation is a process of changing a liquid into vapor. In this method, what we do, the liquids will be taken to the high temperature and be converted into vapor, and that vapor will be cooled down, and that means condensed, and then that will be collected as a liquid form. So vaporizing point should be different. When two liquids are, each liquid has its own vaporizing point, and in a different vaporizing point, different liquid will vaporize, and you can cool it and separate it. Now, the principal method is based on the principle that two miscible liquids boil at a different temperature. That's what I said. Vaporizing point will be different. For example, you may not be knowing this, you must know it now. Alcohol boils at 80 degrees Celsius, but water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So alcohol and water can be easily separated by this distillation method. That means vaporizing in different temperature, and that can be distilled. In distillation method, solution, that means any solution that is soluble solid in a liquid is heated in a vessel to convert its liquid into vapor, which is collected and cooled in another clean vessel. So soluble solid is left behind in the first vessel. So now the next method is fractional. Already I said that if there are more liquids, you can get a fractional distillation too. And this method is used for separating mixture of two miscible liquids by using long fractionating column. And on heating the mixture of miscible liquids in the flask, both the liquids form the vapor. The liquids having low boiling point escapes first, and you can distillate it and collect it, and the next will be in that. So distillation and fractional distillation is the same, but the setup is different. Now, the progress checking, you will do it. The next chromatography, we will do it in the next class, that is the last part of this lesson. We'll stop it here.